Hi there! If you're keen to get an overview of what to expect at the Hokkaido Museum and the Historical Village of Hokkaido, you've come to the right place. Regardless of the heavy snowfall advisory, you are coming with us to the Nopura Shinrin-koen Prefectural National Park, so let's go! Following a quick morning stroll along a Dory Park bit of snow festival sculptures, we took the bus and headed to the Hokkaido Museum. The Hokkaido Museum and the Historical Village of Hokkaido are both located at Nopura Forest Park. The good thing is that they are only about 15 minutes walk away from each other. Hokkaido Museum! Let's go! For a bit of a background, the Hokkaido Historical Memorial Hall and the Hokkaido Ainu Cultural Research Center merged and reopened as the Hokkaido Museum in April 2015. Combining the essence of those two establishments, today's museum houses permanent exhibitions dedicated to sharing the rich nature, history, and culture of Hokkaido. The entrance fee at the time of our visit was only 800 yen. They have 5 main areas which tell the story of the land and its people.
Woolly mammoth?
Yes.
When did they become extinct?
The earliest woolly mammoth, the last woolly mammoth na 2,000 years ago. 2000 BC pala, which means 4,000 years ago. Which means by the time that the Great Pyramid was created, woolly mammoth were still alive. But they're only limited in northern Russia. I forget the name of the island.
Okay. Ah. Ooh, this is cool. That looks like
Obsidian.
Yes, it looks like dragon glass. Oh yeah. Is it special? What makes it special? Is it strong?
It's very easy to get sharp. Three most important things why humans are the greatest animal on earth. The thumb, predatory eyes, which means they have to be creative. They need to use their intelligence to hunt. Unlike prey where their eyes is here,
Yes.
but they just run. We need to be stealthy and creative and not pick up.
Okay, what's the third?
The third one is knowledge.
Ah. Is
Because
that what? Yeah.
we can pass on knowledge from different generations instantly through knowledge. Unlike wolves,
Or
lions,
monkeys, they have thumb, they have
where they need
eyes
to
up
teach
the
the next generation their whole life how to live. Compared to humans, you can teach someone to cut wood in like 30 minutes.
Like,
You can imagine this is how fossil fuel is made. Pero instead of shells, imagine planktons. This is how they accumulate sa seabed and compress for millions of years until they turn into fossil fuel.
It may have only been 150 years since settlement and development first brought a large population to Hokkaido, but digging deeper into its history uncovers a different layers of story. That includes the trade interactions with the Ainu people and the migrations of pioneers from Honshu and other southern islands to Hokkaido. True to its geographical location, Hokkaido was a point where people, animals, and things both from north and south came and went. The Ainu are the indigenous people of northern Japan and neighboring islands. They possess a unique history, spirituality, and physical characteristics. As opposed to mainstream Japanese culture, which is more diverse and unified, the Ainu have a distinct culture having a strong connection to nature and traditional beliefs. Despite the drastic impact that Meiji government brought upon their ways of life, they persevered in keeping their cultural heritage to this day. This part of the main exhibit showcases Ainu's culture, including their lifestyle, tools, religion, and even stories and songs that have been passed down through generations.
You can find gold in only one layer sa geological landscape ng Earth, historical. Why? Because there was only one time where there was no microorganisms yet that can break down trees. So when they die, they just die on top of each other. They die. It doesn't decompose like plastic right now. Yeah, it took 90 million years before an organism evolved that can break down and eat trees. But those 90 million years was enough to make a layer of gold all around the world that transformed into the most used power source for 200 years.
so maybe in time there will be a microorganism to eat all the plastics.
That's natural selection. That's how you define natural selection and evolution.
After learning a lot of new things about Hokkaido's unique history, we headed to the famous open-air museum, which is a must-visit for all travelers.
It's not mammoth.
They're so pretty, love.
Where are we going?
We're about to go to the historical village using this walkway.
Okay. This one?
No,
Okay.
We walked through the historical village of Hokkaido through this beautiful walk path which was almost hidden by thick snow layers. We were actually so excited to visit the village because it's supposed to give you an impression of life in Hokkaido from the 1860s to 1920s.
Kaya. Oh my god.
How was that?
It's tired. Hi. We are currently walking to the Historical Village of Hokkaido. The walk path going there to the Hokkaido Museum is very dreamy. Like, look at that. So pretty! But it's cold and it's snowing a bit. At least it's not that hot. Like, that's nice. Ta-da. Oh, there's a pretty bridge over there. Oh. We've read online that when you're going to snow, you should bring polarized sunglasses because you might get like snow blinded. You just don't realize it, but you're like looking at the white snow for too long and it's actually reflecting sunlight to your eyes and it might hurt. I started seeing some white light dots yesterday, but yeah, oh my god. We're not sure if that's a frozen lake or river, but that's so pretty. Oh, it's downhill. I think that's a road for the bus. It says the village is 500 meters to the right. And I'm just walking there. This is actually a road with buses and trucks. It's cool. See? The way to the village is going right. The direction is just covered by thick snow. We're going here. So we started to wear sunnies because it was blinding us. We got sunny for a little bit.
The Historical Village of Hokkaido is an open-air museum of relocated and restored buildings that represent the history of Hokkaido. It was opened in 1983, aimed to preserve important cultural assets of Hokkaido for future generations and also to provide experiences of past history and culture. A visit in winter actually puts it in a whole new level of magical. It's like walking through a time capsule that's blanketed in the softest snow you can imagine.
We're currently in the Historical Village of Hokkaido. It is actually an open-air museum. And it's very big. It's like one town. No, small town. One small town. Yeah. Look. There's a map right there.
Let's start our guided tour. Thank you for your participation. Okay, thank you for participating our tour. May I ask you that is that first time coming here?
Yes.
First time? First time. First time to Hokkaido?
Yes.
Okay, let me explain the Hokkaido history and also the historical building. Do you get what it is? I mean,
It's
what?
a train station.
Yeah. Actually, this station is not a real station. It's kind of replica of the Sapporo station. We are now into the town. So you can see that building there, very Japanese style. This is a hotel at the front of the station. At the time, train is not quite often arriving to the station. About 5 or 6 trains per day. So the travelers, the tourists, have to wait long time around the station. So this hotel is providing some kind of waiting room and also provide food, snack, and also providing a room for stay. At the time, water was contained in the back. Do you know why? It's a kind of symbol that this hotel is preparing for the fire.
Just a symbol.
Yeah, it's a kind of symbol.
Oh.
Gonna write that later.
This building was used for a government office.
So, while we were exploring what was once the most popular newspaper publication in Hokkaido, little did we know that the snow situation outside was getting pretty bad. But you know what? That's okay, because just look at this charming little shop which used to be an iconic spot in Ottawa.
So this is sake factory. Brewing sake in Hokkaido. Employers and employees living together in this building. The upstairs for the employees and the fifth floor is for the owners. Space.
Since back then, brewing sake wasn't just a job. It was rather a craft that gets passed down through generations. This is where they used to make sake the old school way. Everything was done by hand, from washing local rice with super clean Hokkaido water to steaming and carefully fermenting it in wooden barrels. It took a lot of time and effort, especially in cold winters. The Take family, who used to own this brewery, began sake brewing in 1895 until wartime regulations forced production to cease in 1944.
like Japanese horse-sleigh.
As you can see, the snowstorm was hitting us quite hard, so we entered this historic building which served the herring fishing industry back then. The herring fishing industry was a key part of Hokkaido's early growth, specifically in Otaru. Most of the catch though was used for making fertilizers rather than human food. Lots of fishing enterprises made huge profits up until the 1950s when Pacific herring population declined and the industry came to an end. This Aoyama family structure was a luxurious villa built by one of the most successful families in the herring industry back in the day. This became a symbol of the family's wealth, noting the elegant tatami rooms and hand-carved wooden details. These structures served as the family's main house as well as the fishermen's accommodation. They employed skilled fishermen, workers who processed the fish, and even helpers and cooks who supported the crews during fishing season.
Who wished for snowfall?
Galing. Be careful what you wish.
Happy.
This was the first private junior high school in Hokkaido established in 1905, and it was one of the most renowned private schools back then. Noting that it was initially called Hokkaido English School when it was built to train leaders of society in 1885. This building has been relocated and meticulously restored to reflect its original state. That way, visitors can get a glimpse of the educational environment of early 20th century Hokkaido.
This exhibition for explaining the history of African education. So this box is used for keeping the emperor open.
After the free tour, we headed back to the entrance building all together. Of course, the weather was still pretty bad, but what an experience, right?
It's so white now. There's a heavy snow. Was it strong? Somebody had a change outfit. No, additional headgear.
はい、じゃあ簡単に説明していきます。右側に
During the snowy season, you can also ride a horse-drawn sleigh through the village grounds. This peaceful ride honestly feels like stepping into a dream. If you want to try this experience, make sure you reserve a slot on your arrival because spots are limited. This experience was seriously a vibe. We were on a real horse-drawn sleigh at the historical village, just traveling slowly through historic buildings that played a huge role in the history of the region. Thankfully, the snowstorm calmed down during a time slot, or otherwise it would have been cancelled. And that would have been devastating because this urban air museum experience feels unreal. The village has 52 buildings and is divided into 4 main areas, which includes a town, a fishing village, a farming village, and a mountain village. Each section reflects a different side of life back in the day. Everything literally looks like a scene from a Korean drama shot in the winter season.
雪がね雪飛んでませんか？大丈夫ですか？
Hotdog kaya tayo. May hotdog ko.
We just went inside. It was really cold. So now we're getting a hot drink. It was 4 p.m. but we'll aim to catch the bus at like 4 p.m. Yeah, it's been really fun. There was a heavy snowstorm when we were doing the walking tour. But it's worth it. It was really fun. I think the Historical Village of Hokkaido is really a must-do thing here in Hokkaido. I think especially in winter, it's like it looks so dreamy, and it's just awesome.
As you might have noticed, we didn't get to go around the entire historical village because the weather simply didn't let us. We mostly went around the town village and a bit of the fishing village, but we yet to see the farm and the mountain one. I guess there's just one more reason to go back to Hokkaido, right?
Smile!
Going to catch that bus.
Looking back, despite the very bad weather that we experienced, I still enjoyed our visit at the historical village. Just seeing how everything has been preserved, restored, and recreated so well, from the furniture to the tools they used, was so cool. It's kind of surreal as well seeing how people lived and worked in Hokkaido over a century ago. Imagine no central heating and yet they made it work.
We are back in the city center in Sapporo. We're gonna eat some ramen. We haven't eaten all day. Can you believe that? I hope I won't have a heartburn or an acid reflux again. It's currently snowing really heavily. I think since after lunchtime. Well, it was forecasted. We checked the forecast yesterday and it said it was gonna be high chance of heavy snowfall. So yeah, this is it. This is it. Oh my god. is our last night in Sapporo for our Sapporo part 1 because we're gonna go to Saitama and then we're gonna go back after that. Okay? Come. Is it cold? What happened? What happened to you? Okay. The crosswalk pedestrian lane is getting ice. Sorry, please. I'm trying to walk more carefully. Going to the ramen place. Namaps mo na? Love, are you okay? You don't look okay. I'm starving. So, we are supposed to go to Mount Moriwa observation deck today after we eat dinner. Is it open up to 9? Arigatou gozaimasu. Sorry, the food just gets volunteer. But we're going to the Mount Moriwa is currently closed because of the heavy snowfall that's happening. And we're going to cancel that and likely do that when we go back to Sapporo in about 5 days. Okay, or 6 days. I forgot. But yeah, because I don't think there's any kind of you can't see anything because it's like really wide. I'll try and show you how it looks like at the moment. They have a live camera on the website. And so their soup's been so cute. Like, there's this thing that prevents it from just going downhill. Arigatou gozaimasu. Yozo! Of course. Oh, because Mount Moriwa is closed. What are we doing?
I'm buying. She's shopping.
We decided to just go shopping because Mount Moriwa roadway is closed anyway, so might as well just go around Sapporo at night and shop. And we're under, it's called Cold Town. It's sort of the street structure underneath. Oh yeah, I'm thirsty, so we get fruit. Okay?
After enjoying a ramen and accepting our fate that we won't be able to go to Mount Moriwa, we just went to Uniqlo and GU to buy some thermal clothes, considering the weather that we had been through earlier. It was only a quick shopping trip though, since they're also about to close.
We're just on our way to the hotel because we need to pack to go to Hokkaido. It's really snowing really bad, so I might as well go home and start packing and rest. Because we're gonna go try it tomorrow.
tiring day just braving the snow outside, it was time for us to head back to our hotel and rest. But we were scheduled to go to Hokkaido the next day, so we needed to pack first. If you'd like to know more information about the places we visited in this video, check out the links below in the description box. Thank you so much for coming along with us. Subscribe and like if you enjoyed this video, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. See ya!